Welcome all to Walking the Weird. My name is Tyler, and with me as always.
Why are you hollering? This is Sean. What's up, guys?
I'm trying to be energetic. Wait, am I not supposed to be energetic? But this isn't a fun one.
I mean, it's Christopher Walken. So
I
cowbell.
was about to do a Walken impression, and then I couldn't remember it. So we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna just whatever.
Bro, real quick, before we jump into the Walken thing, hey, bro, his eyes creep me out, bro. It's like Chihuahua eyes. It's like the whole time. It's so weird, dude. Anyway, sorry. So the case I have for you is a very,
Wait. I have a question
Yeah.
before we get there.
Yeah.
Is he more scary, like crazy hair or slicked back hair?
This one's more slicked back hair.
This is more slicked back
He's more
hair?
like, forget about it right now.
Yeah, that's
in
worse.
this case.
That's
Yeah, it's
worse.
worse.
That's worse.
It's worse. It's
That's
like a mixture of Joe Dirt and, because I don't fucking wanna type shit like that. Yeah.
Crazy hair, you're like, okay, you might be in for a good time. Slick back hair, he's just gonna hurt you.
He's just gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
So this is the story
All about how.
from 1981, the death of Natalie Wood.
Oh, this isn't fun.
No,
Okay.
this is not fun.
All right.
Do you remember the death of Natalie Wood?
No, I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
Literally, of course you weren't there. My dude wasn't born until 1983. Anyway, so on November 29th, 1981, it looks like
Good timing.
What? November 20. I know, right? It's literally almost a few years
That's
from now.
today, yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
literally today.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It was meant
Perfect
to be.
timing.
Not
I'm
for
going to
her.
take that one. Not on purpose, but I'll take that one. So on November 29th, 1981, it looks like Natalie Wood, Robert Wagner, and Christopher Walken were out on Santa Catalina Island during the making of Brainstorm, which is
Oh, so this is like actual Christopher Walken. It's not like a
actual
Oh.
Christopher Walken. Yeah.
Okay. I thought maybe there was just a different Christopher Walken. That's
Or
why I was
like,
making jokes. No, I
no.
was like, oh, it's okay. He'll be fine.
No, it's legit him.
Okay, so my question stands: which is worse?
It's slick back.
hair?
It's slick back Christopher
Okay,
Walken. Trust
all right,
me.
yeah, that's worse.
So they were on board the Splendor, which is a 58-foot motor yacht owned by her husband Robert Wagner, right? The part of the story starts off where she's found dead. She is found dead in the water. She is found dead in the water under suspicious circumstances, of course, and it becomes later ruled as an accident, right? So Dennis Davern, which is the captain of that ship, because everybody who has a yacht,
Dude, you have a lot of fake
you yacht
names
people.
today.
Fake names.
Yeah.
I guess Dennis Davern is a weird name, huh?
It's like someone like hit random on like a name generator. Like, all right, guess I'll use that one.
Dum
That's
Dum
fine.
Dugan,
Yeah.
fucking J. Jonah Jameson. Okay,
Alliteration.
I'm sorry. So anyway, so there was many different.
So is he the owner of the yacht?
Who?
Doug Davern.
No, he's the captain of the yacht.
Oh yeah, they don't drive their own ship. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So rich people, obviously we don't know. Rich people, when they have jets or yachts or whatever, they hire captains and staff and stuff like that to do all that.
Okay.
Anyway, so many circumstances of this are unknown. For example, it has never been determined how she entered the water or how she got in the water. Wood was with Wagner, who happens to be her co-star in Brainstorm, and her other co-star, Christopher Walken, which is where it comes down. On the evening of November 28th, authorities recovered the body at 8 a.m. On November 29th, they started trying to work the case of what was going on and trying to figure out what was going on. Basically, what had happened is that what happened is the original testimony was ruled as an accident. Basically, what happened is Wagner and Natalie Wood were arguing on the ship.
Yeah.
Christopher Walken states that he left because they were talking.
Yeah.
It's
No
none
one
of my
wants to be
business.
around there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's none of my business. Whatever. I'm gonna walk off. That argument came inside where they were. Right.
That's fucking annoying.
That's fucking annoying. So immediately Christopher says he walked out. As he was trying to walk out, Wagner stopped him and started arguing with Christopher Walken about Natalie Wood because it was theorized that Natalie Wood and Christopher Walken
We're sleeping together. And
might have been allegedly. You know, allegedly I smoke weed in Texas, but allegedly, you know what I mean? But they were basically saying that they were involved, right? And Robert Wagner maybe either got a hint of it or he's just done with it or whatever,
like
right?
you guys are looking at each other way too much. Like,
Right,
yeah.
exactly. So then it's said that afterwards, Christopher Walken ended up staying in the room.
And this is all on the yacht.
This is all in the yacht.
Okay.
Wagner went up on deck
Mhm.
with Natalie Wood again, and then Wagner said that, and the captain said that she seemed to be suffering from motion sickness, and fell over. And when they fell over, they said that they did their best to try to bring her back, but she was gone. It was dark. It was whatever. And name any excuse that you want. They probably said it, and they said, "Hey, you know what? We can't find her." They called the police. They did all that, right?
Okay.
They found her body, which was weird, next to a small Valiant brand inflatable dinghy that was beached nearby. Wagner said that he was not with them at the moment, and then he went, like, basically reiterating that they weren't together at all at the moment. He went down and then went up, and basically telling the story about what happened to the police, right? The Los Angeles coroner, Thomas Nugachi, wow, there's really a lot of made up names here, ruled the cause of her death to be accidental for drowning and hypothermia. According to Nugachi, Wood had been drinking and she may have slipped while trying to reboard the dinghy, which caused injuries that they found on her body. Now, her sister Lana expressed doubts, alleging that Wood could not swim at all and had been terrified of the water all her life. And anybody who knew anything about her knew that she was terrified. Two witnesses who were on a nearby boat stated that they had heard a woman scream for help during that night. On December 2nd, Wood was buried at Westwood Village Memorial Park Cemetery in Los Angeles. 3 days later, a coroner's office pronounced the case closed, ruled as an accident and everything. However, multiple occurrences started happening. Like, Wagner's testimony conflicted directly with Christopher Walken's, which conflicted directly with Davern's. They all had different testimonies of what had happened.
Yeah, that's weird.
It was a little weird. A lot of people attributed to it with them being in different locations. Like, the captain's on the ship. Like, he's driving his shit. You know what I mean?
He's like, dude, I wasn't paying attention that much. They fight all the time.
Right. Right.
Here we go again. Like,
Here we do it again. You know what I mean? Like, after a while, they just drown out.
I've seen cases like that where they're like, well, you didn't pay attention. It's like, dude, they fight every
day.
fucking day.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pay attention to this shit. I'm just going to do my job so I can get the, like,
And
I can go
apparently
home.
Wood and Wagner's relationship was very, very tumultuous and fucking rocky and shit.
Yeah.
So they were not on good terms. And according to Christopher Walken, he was trying to stop Wagner and Wood from getting mad at each other. He's like, you know, the
Be the
co-stars,
mediator.
they're in love with each other. They love each other. They're just kids. You know what I mean? Like, that's a horrible Walken impression. Don't ever quote me on that. But still.
You need to mute that.
Yeah, I need to mute that. I need to edit that out. I'm going to put a real Christopher Walken
Yeah,
quote.
seriously, something.
But
no, but like, I could see, at least at this point, I can completely see where it's believable that they could just say, hey, like, she fell overboard. I already have two questions. If she's afraid of water, why the fuck was she at the bow of the ship? Two, if she had seasickness, I don't know about you, but I have family members who have really bad seasickness. Guess where they don't go? Not the fucking ship. That's the worst place you can go to. It's the least stable because it's being rocked by weight. Like,
But now think about it. If you're fighting with someone and that's like the only place for escape,
then maybe you would go there. And
what's wild to me is that she was nauseous enough to slip off the boat and not notice while you were arguing. Like, I can be arguing with you all I want. If I don't feel good and I feel like I'm going to slip over, I'm going to get away from the fucking end.
Yeah, you just start flipping people off and get like, we're done.
The fuck away from me.
You. I'm gonna go in the room.
And that's it. And it's over. But You don't see that with this case. You don't see that with this case, and you see multiple conflicting stories over and over and over and over again. You see the mismatching of things, and then not to mention the wounds on her body, which we'll get into.
Before then, you said something about the dinghy. It said the name of like on the side of the dinghy. Is that relevant? Is
No,
that the same that they had on board?
no.
Does it say anything
Oh no,
about
it is
that?
the one that was on board. It is the one that's
It
on
is the
board.
one of she didn't just okay.
They're just
I'm
being
just trying to piece
specific
it
of the
like maybe she found one like she swam something like so that yeah that's why does she have a dinghy?
They didn't. She didn't have the dinghy. They did. They got the dinghy and they rode it back.
Oh, they were like
They were
searching around.
they were looking for her in the dinghy, and they came back
Okay, all right. I sorry, I'm just making sure because like that's really convenient that she would land
near
near
the
a
dinghy.
dinghy like and you just
I
then if she drowned it's like even if you push her it's like that's your own fucking
so
fault.
so
It's
that's
like,
kind of why the detectives kind of lean towards that way, that it was an accident, because they found her body near the dinghy where they were looking. It's kind of like they were trying.
yeah,
Some people might said they were dumping, but I'm not those people. Now, so in 2011, however, the case was reopened after Davern, the captain, publicly stated that he had lied to the police during the initial investigation and that Wood and Wagner had a huge argument that evening that was unlike any he had seen. He alleged that Wood,
end of the relationship argument where it's just they're just fucking losing it.
bro, he stated that Wood had been flirting aggressively with Walken, and that Wagner was jealous and enraged, and that Wagner had prevented Davern from turning on the searchlights and notifying authorities after Wood's disappearance. Davern alleged that Wagner was responsible for her death directly. Wood's sister Lana Wood, speaking to CBS News, said that Davern called her for over a decade after the incident to explain the events, though she did not know why, as he was not a close friend. Like, Davern was trying to tell her, "Hey, bro, this is fucking going on, like whatever," and
And
she's
she
like, "Why the
just
fuck are you calling me? Like who the fuck are you?"
if I before you where I'm at in the case is fucking there's Wagner, there's
Walking,
Walken,
and then
Walken,
Davern
and then Davern, and then Natalie.
and Natalie.
So
Yeah,
what I at before you keep going, I'm at they had a big blow up fight. He kind of Davern kind of zoned it out, but he's like, "Hey, it's worse than it usually is." Holy shit! I think Walken, even if they were cheating everything, at this point, I don't think he was in on it. I think he left,
yeah,
and then maybe Wagner was like, did whatever he did, and then they're like, we gotta find her, and so he's like, all right, like, but maybe he's like, I can't prove you did anything, but I know you fucking did.
but I know you fucking did.
Yeah,
And
because I
maybe
remember like,
maybe Walken was even threatened by Wagner. Now I'm not saying Walken gets intimidated easily, but hey, you killed someone and I saw you. I'm a loose end. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, I don't care who you are. I'm a loose end now.
say I
So
will fucking ruin you, and like,
yeah, and you got to realize that Walken,
and maybe he didn't have to see her,
maybe,
but he's just like, I know what you I know
yeah,
you did it.
I
I
can't prove
know.
that you did it, but she's gone now, and what the fuck? You know what I mean? Type shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Lana Wood claimed that Davern kept telling her and said it appeared to him as though R.J. Wagner, RJ, he's known as RJ, but it's RJ Wagner. Anyway, the fucking guy,
Yeah.
the her husband, Roger, I believe, right? It was his name. Roger. Let me make sure. Yeah, Robert. I'm sorry.
Roger.
Robert Wagner shoved her away and she went overboard. So Davern's new story is that he shoved her off of the thing. Now Davern claims that he panicked and freaked out and was trying to do all the lights and everything like that.
Yeah.
However, RJ said, and I quote, "Leave her there. That'll teach her a lesson." Dennis said that he was very panicky and that he was sitting and RJ kept drinking and he'd say, "Come on, let's go get her." Like if she was trying to like come on, bro, like fine, let's indulge in her.
Yeah, that's an ended relationship. Like I don't
Right.
care what happens to her now,
Yeah.
whatever. It's fucked. I'm just saying.
No,
Like
it is.
it's you can see it, like in your mind's eye. You can see it.
Where
Like
he's
you can
at.
see where he's just like she's fine. She fell in the fucking water. Like
She's making a big deal.
Yeah,
We're over. It doesn't matter.
everything's fine. Like she's
Now,
probably already on the boat. Like
Davern said that RJ was in such a foul mood at that point that he then shut up and was waiting for when they were gonna go rescue her. He was like, whatever. I'll just wait until whatever, right? He
yeah,
goes, until all the sound stopped. So he
yeah,
heard her splashing and doing all that, and he
and
refused to go until
crying and pleading and yeah.
she went quiet. Walken hired a
And if she
lawyer right
couldn't
away.
swim, that's not that long.
Yeah, no, it's like 40 seconds maybe. Well, Walken hired a lawyer and cooperated with the investigation and was not considered a suspect by authorities. In 2012, Los Angeles County Chief Coroner Langshaman, oh my God, Satyavis Warren,
Yeah, that's
Satyavis
he didn't make that one up.
Satyavagis
Yeah,
Warren,
Yog Sothoth.
sorry,
Yes, Yog
amended Wood's
Sothoth.
death certificate and changed the cause of death from accidental drowning to drowning and other undetermined factors.
What did Yog Sothoth say?
He
What did
changed,
the Dark Elder God say?
he changed it from accidental death to death with undetermined factors and unspecified.
It's a little late.
Yeah, a little late. 30 years, more than 30 years, whatever. Anyway, the amended document included a statement that is not clearly established. How Wood ended up in the water, detectives instructed the coroner's office not to discuss or comment on the case as of right now. So that is what's not clearly established, how she ended up there.
That is so. My theory is still stands. I don't think he knew. I think he didn't know what the fuck happened. You know, probably was told, and then he's helping his wife or his co-star friend find his lover because somehow she fell off.
But
And
according to Davern, Walken witnessed it.
okay, yeah.
According to Davern, Walken witnessed it. Walken saw them arguing and saw him push her over and didn't do anything to aid in the assist until they started.
Fucked. That's fucked. Yeah.
And that's why it says that Christopher Walken lawyered up immediately. He lawyered up immediately,
And
instantly.
But also when you're in Hollywood, like
Oh yeah, I would have
going
lawyered
to-
up immediately.
yeah, like,
I wouldn't
even
have
if you
gone off
didn't
that
do
boat without a
anything,
lawyer.
it's like
Yeah. The
I
second
wouldn't because what if you playing devil's advocate? What if
yeah.
you genuinely don't know what's going on and you accidentally say something? So they're like, "Oh, you did it," and you're like, "No, I don't. I." That's why it's always good
Yeah.
to get a lawyer. It doesn't mean you're guilty.
It just
means
means that you're protecting yourself.
Yeah, because you
from
don't
anything.
because it calms everyone down, and you can say your piece, and your lawyer can explain for you, like, "Oh, he didn't say he pushed her.
Yeah.
He saw it.
And nothing gets the cops to listen than the threat of a fucking $1 million fucking lawsuit.
And the I keep wanting to say Draven.
Davern, the captain.
Yeah, the Davenport.
Davenport.
But like him, I don't like that guy.
Yeah.
They're both, if he's being honest, they're all pieces of shit, but that's just your job, bro. Just fucking go find her anyway. Oh, I'll get fired. You're now an accomplice to murder.
You're already getting fired, bro. And I think it was Walken's fear because this was just at the start of Walken's career.
Yeah, I'm sure that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, great. Hollywood got me.
Yeah.
Somehow Hollywood got me.
The first
I'm
season on the
stuck
show,
now."
and I'm fucked now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure that's probably what he thought.
But the most culpable person besides Wagner is the
Davern?
Draven. Davenport.
Is it Draven or Davern? It's Davern. Yeah, I was right.
Draven.
Draven? You made him sound way cooler.
Yeah, he's got a coat.
He's got a coat, a trench coat.
He's just rocking Marilyn Manson all the time,
sailing the seven seas.
Yep.
Anyway,
but no, like he's culpable because he's the captain, and so he actually had there's maritime law that he has to follow. So even if he says no, you can't do the searchlights, I think he's supposed to anyway.
Yeah, he's obligated.
He
but again, why would he?
I'm the owner of the boat.
Unless
dude, I'm gonna go to prison forever because they
But why
don't
would he
fuck
listen
around
to
with
him?
that
Why
shit.
would he
Yeah,
listen to him unless Wagner threatened him? I think Wagner threatened Chris and the boat and be like, "Look, there's no cameras, no one saw. You guys killed Natalie. You guys killed Natalie, and I defended myself. I don't know what to tell you, bro."
but then they could be like, well, we would just say like, and then it'd be he said, she said,
Yeah.
but there's 2 against 1. It's like,
There's 2 against 1, but I'm not saying that he couldn't. Like Robert Wagner was way more popular than Christopher Walken at the time. Right now,
or
right now,
yeah,
anyone's gonna believe Walken, but before they would have believed
yeah,
Wagner before
and
Walken.
and with that, what if Walken just went along with him? So the Draven guy, I'm never gonna remember his fucking name.
Davern.
He's like, they've told him, hey, you did it. You listen, and
Yeah, and
you did
maybe
it.
Walken
We
was
saw
just
you
trying to
push her.
find
Yeah,
an alibi. Like, hey, okay, I might get
because
canceled in Hollywood, but if I stick with this guy, I'll at least
yeah,
be okay for a
the
minute.
the Draven,
Davern.
he literally, how easy would it be for them to be like, yeah, me and her were arguing, she was being crazy. He went up to fucking talk to her. She started yelling at him, and he pushed her.
Yep.
That's
And it
all they
would've-
would have to say.
And now you
now
have
he's in
Walken as a
prison.
witness.
Yeah, and
Yep.
now that dude's in prison.
And that's
even-
probably why he didn't say anything for years. But like now that I'm thinking about it, that's probably why. But also at the same time, it's like, bruh, you know what I mean?
yeah, he should have.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe none of them did, but it makes it more suspicious because you didn't do all this searchlight until you
Right.
said that. I was like, oh yeah, they actually have to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think you're right. I think there is
Yeah.
a law with like
'Cause, like-
certain type of
'cause I
like
know-
maritime salvage and like any type
well,
of
because like the deadliest catch guys, they always have to they have to stop everything. The
Yeah.
guy goes over, they have to it's helicopters, other boats have to.
So
come
I'm
and
sure
try
that
to help.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure that even if he's like right there and they can just toss him a thing and hoist him up, they got to do the whole scramble everybody.
Yeah, everyone. So maybe it's
Maybe.
like that. But I bet you they all went. If any of you talks, it's you.
Yeah, probably.
They all
I think that's
Yeah.
a good thing because even okay. And before I start this next part here, where it kind of shows a little bit more in depth of the conspiracy, what I'm gonna say is that there are times where there were interviews with Walken, and they're like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And he said, "Bro, I'm not gonna talk about it. There's no way I'm gonna talk about it. A, no one wants to hear about it, and B, no one's gonna believe what I have to say." And he's said it quote for quote. So it could be a possibility that it was one of those things where
Yeah.
if you talk, you did it. And Christopher's just like, I just want to die without having to deal with this.
Because he knows, but he's like, they will turn. 'Cause
They'll
maybe
turn.
it was the other two. Maybe like
But now I wonder what's going on because Davern flipped. So
why wouldn't, if you're walking, why wouldn't you come out and be like, hey, I didn't do this? Because then everyone would be like, why didn't you say anything?
maybe it's one of those things where just like, please just get it away. Just I don't even want to deal
Yeah.
with it. Like, go away.
I'm
go away,
sure
go
it
away.
is. Now he's like, dude, I'm an old man
Like,
now.
what do you care?
Like it's done. Because is the other dude dead? Is Wagner dead?
I
I'm sure
think-
he's dead. I'm sure
I
he is.
think he's dead. If not, he's about the same age as Walken. Like, it's
Like-
gotta be.
Yeah.
I can't remember if he's dead or not. I honestly forgot to look that up. I was so caught up with Natalie Wood that I totally
But,
forgot
like-
about that. But yeah, no. In 2012, I already told you this Lakshmanan or whatever. He amended Wood's
Yoke
death
Sothos, yes.
and changed it to the accidental drowning and
The
everything like
great
that.
old
Right?
one, yes.
If we're gonna go over the injuries right now that he did, he amended 10 pages for bruises on the body. The autopsy revealed numerous bruises on Wood's arms and legs, abrasions on her cheek. While initially dismissed as superficial injuries from a fall, later reports noted that they could have occurred before she entered the water, potentially consistent with an assault. Because those injuries do, from what the coroner's reports say, they don't look like they were done post-mortem. They look like they were done.
Like a body tumbling on the beach, or
Yeah,
wasn't
it
a
wasn't
beach,
done
but like
from
there wasn't motion.
right. Because it was like right here. When was the last time a rock has hit you in the fucking face? You know what I mean? That's that pow right in the kisser.
Dude, I washed up on shore. I have two freaking scars in the same place, right above each other, where the beach tore my skin off, and they're in the same place.
Oh,
And I
that's
have
wild.
no Nothing from it,
That's
except in
wild.
almost in the same place. Like that's why, because I've heard other people like, "Oh, it wouldn't be that bad." I'm like, dude, I literally have
Yeah, it's
scars from it.
yeah.
You and based on because nowadays they can tell whether the damage was pre or post mortem, but before they probably couldn't.
Yeah, and now it's where they're coming back. They're like, "Hey, I don't think this was post mortem. I think this was pre mortem." Like, where they're able to dial it down. Now, saying that it's pre mortem doesn't mean that they did it. It just means, hey, those injuries were sustained before she died. So if she fell, they were done literally as she was falling, like right away.
And with the and I always have a dislike of the oh well if she has marks on her it automatically means something happened to her. I'm like, bro, my wife runs into shit all the time. It doesn't mean anything happens. Like
Yep.
like you have to like there has to be a line where like
Now I know that these
I
people are
think cops should ask that. Like,
right.
hey, is she pretty clumsy? Yeah. Okay, we have to like
But
look at
also,
that
these are
too.
medical professionals, especially the coroner. He's a trained medical professional. I think he probably narrowed that out first and was like, okay, these are not like your typical signs of a
But
fall
you
or
have to
your
hope.
typical
How many
right.
cases have we seen where they're like, "Oh, actually, it's like it's a little late
Two
now."
boys on the track. Remember
Yeah.
Fahmy Malik?
Yes.
Fucking, hey, bro, his head's missing. Yeah, he died of an ulcer. Are you fucking kidding me?
He probably wishes he died of an
Hey, what
ulcer.
happened to the head? Oh, his dachshund ate it. A dachshund, the thing that's this big, ate a full fucking head and then regurgitated down the street in the house. Bro, stop. Just stop, Fammy. But anyway, so the marks on their leg were, or the marks on the arms and the legs and the abrasion of their cheek were now.
Does it say where on the arms?
No, it doesn't say on where on
Because
the arms.
there's difference between oh, she has stuff down here and then stuff up
Stuff up
here.
here,
Because
yeah.
up here is
Yeah.
listen to me.
It's a little
Like,
harder. Yeah.
yeah.
Now Lana Woods, or her name was Lana, right? I think her name was
Natalie.
Lana. No, her
Oh yeah,
sister.
Lana.
Yeah, Lana Wood said that Natalie has had a fear of water her whole life. Like,
That's the whole bow thing.
yeah, and she was known to have a very public and profound fear of dark, deep water and could not swim well at all. Even
Why were you on a yacht?
also even turning down
Like,
roles because they required swimming in water.
why were you on a yacht?
That's what I'm saying. Many found it highly unlikely that she would have voluntarily gone near the water or attempted to use the dinghy alone at night.
Yeah, no way. No.
So they're thinking that possibly. I'm sorry, she had the dinghy, not them. I'm sorry, I messed that up.
No,
She
you
had the
said
dinghy.
that.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I said that he had the dinghy. I'm sorry. Anyway, so they think because of that fear of water and everything like that, they think that maybe either she was coerced onto the dinghy or onto the yacht as well, and shit ensued. So
But why? The only way
what?
she'd be coerced is if literally they're like, get the fuck out of here. And then she,
No,
meant
coerced
it.
to get on.
Yeah.
Like coerced to get on. Like they could have been like, "Hey, you're gonna get on this fucking yacht." Like, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna
Oh,
get on the
no,
like
okay.
you're gonna get
No,
on
you
this
said
fucking
dinghy.
yacht.
You said dinghy.
Oh,
So
the
I was
dinghy,
confused. I was
yeah.
like, she wouldn't have to be coerced if they're fighting. She's like, yeah, fuck you. Bye.
unless
Like,
unless she got hurt, thrown in the dinghy, and then thrown out. Which would implicate Walken because you couldn't do that by yourself. It would either implicate Walken or Davern.
nah. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to disagree with you there. You know their diet? It was steak and cigarettes.
Yeah,
They
they'd be
could-
winded.
and how does it
They
say
all
how
three
much she
did it.
weighed?
Huh?
Does it say how much she weighed?
No, but she was small. She was probably like 120, 115.
So maybe he could have done it by himself, but that's a lot of time.
But moving
That's
the dinghy and all
that's-
that,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a lot of time.
and the weight of the dinghy, that's a lot.
And
That's
you
a
would,
lot.
and I'm sure the detectives didn't say if he was wet or not.
And also, you expect Davern and Walken to still be like, "You're threatening me, but you're doing this by yourself, bro." I would have just pushed him into the water.
Yeah.
Like, problem solved.
It was crazy. He killed her, so we killed him.
Yeah, it's crazy. Heat of the moment. Heat of the moment.
We're
Anyway.
gonna get copyright struck.
Yeah, we are. Well, I saying that, so I don't. Anyway, conflicting stories and a delayed response. The people on the boat provided conflicting accounts on the events nights. Remember, I told you
Yeah.
Dennis Davern later changed his story, initially claiming in a book and interviews that
What if-
Wagner and Wood had a heated argument and that Wagner delayed calling for help or turning on the searchlights after she realized she was missing,
What if
which is what you knew.
what if Walken's testimony isn't actually different? It just took him so fucking long to say that they didn't understand him, so they just wrote it down. It's like, yeah, you're not even telling the same story. It's like, yeah,
It's like
yeah,
when the lion found
yeah.
his tail, and you're like, bro, what are you talking about?
Dude, what the
How
fuck
high are you?
happened? Yeah.
But yeah, so that one, that's part of the reason why the inconsistent stories, we kind of went over it, and we found the amended cause of death, which causes more ears to be perked up. Also, because of the fact that in 2018, the LA County Sheriff's Department named Robert Wagner as a person of interest, stating that his version of events just don't add up correctly,
It's
and that
it.
he refused to speak with investigators after the case was reopened.
Well, to be fair, yeah, I
Yeah.
would
No, me
refuse
too.
to. Even if I didn't do anything, I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this. Like, because what if she really did fall overboard, and now you're like, so I have to deal with this shit for the rest of my life? Because what if they didn't get along, and they're headed to divorce? You're like, I have to talk to you constantly about my fucking ex-wife who we didn't get along, and you think I killed her
Right.
when I didn't. I saw her fall overboard. Like
Right.
that, I could understand with his point of view. Where he's like, no, I'm not going to continue to talk about this shit. I
It's
have a whole other
years ago,
life.
bro. It's done.
Yeah,
And also in 2013, what is it? Forensic pathologist Michael Hunter speculated that Woods was probably particularly susceptible to bruising, to bruising because she had taken the drug levothyroxine.
dude,
Levothyroxine. Sorry,
you could just say whatever.
bro.
Fuck it.
In 2020, a medical doctor and former intern of Nagauchi at the time of Wood's death stated that the bruises were substantial and consistent with someone being thrown out of a boat, not falling out of a boat. He claimed that he had made these observations to Nagachi in February 2018. Wagner was named a person of interest, which we talked about, by the police in the investigation. The police stated that they know that Wagner was the last person to be with Wood before she disappeared. In 2018, an article in the Los Angeles Times citing the coroner's original report the coroner's amended report in 2013 reported that Wood had unexplained fresh bruising on her right forearm and her left wrist and her right knee, a scratch on her neck, and a superficial scrape on her forehead. Officials said that it is possible that she was assaulted before the drowning, from what it seems like.
But those seems like really really random.
Which is why people think that it was thrown out rather than, or like that it was from being assaulted rather than the injuries of the boat, because the injuries of the boat are consistent. Or you're gonna fall, you're gonna get a bruise on your leg, you're gonna hit your
Like
arms, whatever, your back.
they were fucking fighting. Maybe they both threw hands, and then
Maybe.
she fell off.
And Christopher Walken, hey guys, just relax here.
Maybe he was trying to explain how not to fight. It took so long.
And then he had to go through the lion story again, and
Go
you're
the
like,
whole
bro,
thing.
again with this guy. Hey, bro, don't you got Joe Dirt to film? Like, come on, bro.
It's just, it's too late. That's this whole. It's too late. You guys didn't do your jobs
Now-
because it was Hollywood, and now
Now, here's another theory.
they're like 900 years old now.
Well, hang on. Here's another theory.
If you say Bigfoot, I'm throwing something.
There was a Bigfoot theory on there, but I'm just
I'm
gonna
gonna
skip it.
fucking.
I'm just gonna
throwing
skip it.
I'm throwing you anyway.
I'm gonna skip it. But the second theory goes that Davern and Walken are friends. They're actually, according to reports, they're actually friends, right?
Of course they are. They have to be after that.
Right. They got to be besties.
How good of friends are they? Are they like, hey, yeah, we'll pay for each other because you know the thing.
You know the thing.
So if Davern ever showed up, I got it right.
Yeah.
Davern. If Davern ever showed up, it'd be like, hey man, late on rent.
So now here's the thing. While people say that Christopher Walken was brand new still to like Hollywood, it was still his newer thing. Like he had already been around for a minute, but it was still like getting introduced to everything, the parties, I'm assuming, and everything. What people are thinking is that Christopher Walken was tall. Christopher Walken was big. As a young man, he looked formidable. What they think is that he killed Natalie Wood. And Wagner found out. And Christopher Walken was the one that told Davern and Wagner, if any of you tell, you did it.
I don't see that.
I do, because imagine if you were with a girl, a fine ass bitch, right, with the ass and everything, and then all of a sudden she keeps telling you, "Oh, I'm gonna leave my husband. I'm gonna leave my husband. I'm gonna leave him here." Blah 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 blah. And then all of a sudden you get invited on a yacht with her husband. Maybe you didn't know that the husband was gonna be there. It was supposed to be just you two. Then all of a sudden
Many such stories.
her
Yeah.
husband shows up, and while she's trying to be like, "Oh, sweetie cake walking over here," Wagner shows up and goes, "Hey, what the fuck, man?" And gets in a fight with Natalie Wood, whatever, says something disrespectful, like calling her a whore or whatever. Then Christopher Walken, being the side bitch he is, goes, "Hey, bro, you're not gonna talk to my girl like that." And then both of them go, "She's not your girl." And then Wood says, "I'm not your girl." And that's the first time Walken hears it and goes, "Oh, bitch, all right." And then beats the shit out of her, throws her off.
Or
none of
what
this
you're-
is true.
Or what you're saying is happening, which you could easily see. They're fucking yelling at each other, going at it. They're screaming, and she fucking whoop on her own, and they're like,
Whoops.
well, no, not whoops. They're going, I'm suddenly not mad at you anymore. Our problem is solved.
Our problem was solved.
Or Christopher Walken and Wagner were fucking,
Or that.
and she found out.
And then they killed her. I don't know. I'm actually.
Or it was a three-way with all of them.
I'm actually. And,
Not-
then the captain got in and
No,
jealous and was
no,
like, "Fuck
no.
all these bitches."
No, you mistake me. With the captain, they were all together, and then she found out. Can't be gay back then.
You gonna do my boy Davern like that?
Yep.
You gonna do my boy Davern?
Draven
like
can do whatever he wants.
Davern in front of Wagner like that, bro?
Yeah,
That's wild,
Draven
dude.
can do whatever he wants.
Draven. That's so funny that you can't get his name right. No, while I do see that Robert Wagner was probably a person of suspicious circumstances,
He's
whatever.
fucked. No matter what happened.
No matter what happened, he's fucked. Yeah.
yeah.
But I'm inclined to believe that maybe Christopher Walken.
I don't see why you would kill her.
I do. If she promised you, "Hey, bro, smoochie cakes over here," and then brought her boyfriend, I'd be like, "That's it, bro.
No,
You're getting stabbed three times."
With Wagner, it's like, dude, just leave.
You getting "Here's Johnny'd" at least
Just-
once.
Just fucking go, dude.
Yeah.
Like-
Well, Wagner, I could see that, but I wonder if he was trying to do that. He was like, "Nah, bro, I'm done. Like, get the fuck off me. I'm out of here." And she was like, "No, baby, please."
And he's like, leave, and then
I don't think Wagner did it. I think Walken did it. I think Walken was like, "No, that's my girl, bro," and she was like, "No," and then he pushed her off because she was like, "No, bro,
I
I'm
have a
not your
stupid
girl."
joke.
What?
Why
They
is
need
he
more
walking
cowbell?
when he's supposed to be running?
Oh, I hate you. I hate you. I thought you were gonna say they needed more cowbell, and I was like, "Bro,
No.
at least."
She probably did, so they could find her.
Ding 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 ding. Oh, that's sad. She drowned.
Yeah, that was bad.
She drowned.
That was bad.
That's so bad.
I don't
At
feel
least-
bad. You were a Hollywood starlet. You probably did some horrible shit to get there.
Or maybe not. Maybe she's just innocent and fucking someone killed her. You
Oh.
bitch.
Okay.
Well, what about the little girl who did the voice of Ducky? Her dad strangled her for no reason.
I forgot about that.
Which,
You
by the way,
brought
our
the
next
evil
case.
back. No, I ain't. No, I will just cry the whole time.
You know that guy from Friends? Have you seen Friends? You've seen Friends, right?
I'm from the '90s. Yes,
Okay.
I've seen Friends.
Do you remember Monica's? Do you remember Monica's boyfriend? I forget his name. What's his name? It's not Burt Reynolds. It's
I know what you're talking about. He's one of the co-stars.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a really
And
older
they
guy.
said they're like, oh yeah, he died of a drug overdose, and then everyone was like, yeah, he used to do a shit ton of drugs, but he stopped.
And he's alive still. Anyway, but
You think he's still alive?
who? That guy?
Yeah.
He's on Blue Bloods.
No, he's not.
Richard? Richard's on Blue Bloods. Monica's ex-boyfriend Richard, the older guy that
Oh
was her dad's friend.
no, not him.
You mean Matthew Perry?
Yeah.
No, he's not a swimmer. He died. Anyway, so the point is, no, the guy that plays Richard, her older boyfriend that was like the friends
Yeah.
of her dad or whatever, right? That guy is in Blue Bloods, right? He's in Blue Bloods currently,
Yeah.
right?
That's a good
guy-
show, by the way.
What, Blue Bloods?
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot my point of why I brought him up.
I have no idea.
I forgot why I brought him up.
No,
Why did
because I think
fucking
you, I
bring him
think
up?
you meant to say Chandler, but it didn't work.
No. I wanted to say Richard, but I can't
Because
remember why.
Chandler's story is weird too.
Yeah,
they
no,
kept saying
his weird. His story is super weird.
like they kept saying, "Oh, he died of a drug overdose," and everyone, I guess, a lot of the other co-stars and friends were like, "Yeah, he did do a lot of drugs and stuff." But then people that knew him were like, "Yeah, he used to. He stopped," and they're like, "Oh, maybe he relapsed,"
Relapsed.
but they're like, "But he didn't do whatever they said he died of." Like
Yeah.
he did like cocaine and like all this other. I think it was something like that. I could be
Fuck.
completely
I
wrong.
forgot my total point of why I brought up Richard. There was a specific point because he was older and he was involved somehow. I can't remember how the fuck. Ah, you're killing me, man. Because you didn't remember who the fuck he was. That's why. It's your fault. Your fault.
Wait, did he like find the body or something?
No, I just can't remember
Is
what
he
it
a real
was.
cop?
No, because we were talking about it was about a cop. No, it's because we were talking about walking thing, right? And what do we do after walking?
Running. Come on, I had to do it again. You set me up.
Oh no, that's why I brought it up. That girl that died from the strangulation of her dad, she was
Yeah.
also in All Dogs Go to Heaven. Richard is the guy who plays the dog in All Dogs Go to Heaven, and he's dying, and he's saying a speech to the little girl. Well, the funny thing is well, it's not really funny. It's kind of sad.
This is really dark. Whenever
It's actually
say
really
funny
dark.
thing is,
It's
always
actually
dark.
it's actually
always
really
horrible.
dark. So after she
He
died,
said it at her funeral, didn't
no,
he?
no. Hang on. Worse. So she died. They did the funeral and everything, and they had to finish up that line, or they had to finish up that movie, and he had to go give the speech to as the dog and be like, "Hey, it's not goodbye. We'll see each other again very soon because the dog is dying."
Yeah.
So he's saying that, and he's hearing the recording of the girl who just died that he just attended the funeral of, and it's playing back in his ears as he's reciting.
I'd
the
be
speech.
fucking sobbing.
He was.
Yeah.
He was. Like those cries are really him crying. Like he's trying not to cry.
What are you?
It's like she was like 5, bro. Like why would you kill
leave
her?
alone?
No,
dude.
she really.
That's
it was really bad, though.
those are those cases like.
The dad was jealous of her career, bro. That's so wild. How are you jealous of your 9-year-old, bro? That's so wild, dog. Anyway, I thought I'd leave you with that little tidbit of All
Thanks.
Dogs Go to Heaven during that last final speech.
I just.
He's listening to
What
audio
do you
recording.
what do you think actually happened before we wrap up? What do you think happened?
I told you, fucking Walken is a creepy ass bitch. I think Walken killed her.
You think Walken killed her?
Yeah, and then raped Wagner. I don't know why, but I just threw it in there.
I think Wagner did it and told him to be like, hey, you better not. The only part of that my theory that doesn't make sense is Draven
Davern. Lovely name.
is why would you go along with it? Well, he threatened me. You should have just gone through all your protocols because when he threatened you, you'd be like, yeah, I went to the cops and told them everything.
Yeah,
How could you do that?
You would have responded immediately. Now,
Because maybe he was going to. My only thing is maybe he was going to and actually listen to the guy, so now he feels culpable too.
maybe, or maybe there wasn't any of those laws back then. In the 1980s, maybe there wasn't an actual law.
It's just I don't see why he would. Why would you go along with it?
Yeah.
Just be like, yeah, he fucking pushed her. I like. Even if you want to keep your job, now your job is on contingency. You will because you're like, cool. I'm always gonna have a job now because he has to.
Yeah.
But why would you care if you're a good captain? You're like, all right, I'm just gonna go on a different boat because you guys are fucking crazy. I don't want to deal. That happens a lot, especially from what I've heard of like Hollywood types. They have those captains. Hey, they keep everything secret. They keep everything, keep it secret, keep it safe. But like, they literally do that. But that's a level you don't have to get to. You just be like, yeah, no, fuck him. And then other Hollywood celebrities like, hey, he might tell, but it's like, yeah, as long as you're not doing that, that's a pretty good line to have. Like, other than that, I can't think of a reason why he would go along with it. That's my hole in the case.
I can't think of it either. I can't really think
Because
of it
Walken,
either.
I completely see why.
Yeah.
Because Walken
He's
is like,
new.
yeah,
He's
he's
new.
fucked. No matter what he says, everyone's like, you're a fucking snitch. But
Or you're a fucking liar.
yeah, but Wagner, I completely understand why he shut up. Even if nothing happened, everyone's going to think you killed her.
Right.
No matter what you did, because they heard the argument. It's the worst case scenario. Fine. The only one I don't get is the captain. That's the only
I don't get
one.
him either. I don't get why he would be
Why would
okay
you
with
wait?
it. Why would he wait? Like just
tell the
him.
cops.
Or don't, or just not to be mean, but like
Yeah, or don't.
Yeah,
or don't.
Just
Maybe
don't
his
say anything.
conscience conscious finally caught up with him, but it's a little fucking late now because now it actually makes you look guilty.
Yeah,
Like
now it
you're
makes
the
you look
guy
like
that knew or did it or
then
helped.
now it makes it look
Like
like you three killed
yeah,
Natalie Wood.
yeah,
Whether you did or not, it automatically makes you look like that.
yeah.
Well, before we end it, because I know we're getting close to the end here, I wanted to let you choose this next case that I'm stuck between two.
Please don't be the ducky thing.
It is the Ducky
I don't
thing.
want to.
It's either the Ducky thing. It's the Ducky thing where we're gonna go over that story of what happened, all that, or we can do the Sacha Baron Cohen and child trafficking case.
Wow,
He
what a
didn't.
great fucking.
He didn't do it. He didn't do it if it makes you feel better. He didn't do it. He did all the right things if it makes you feel
Okay,
better.
all right.
So, which one
That's
do
a
you want
little
to do?
better.
The murder or Sacha Baron Cohen with child
This
trafficking?
this this Sacha Baron Cohen one.
Okay, we'll
I
do that
don't
one.
want to. I don't want to do the other one, man. Because here. I'll do it right now. The dad doesn't deserve to die. He deserves to be tortured slowly for years.
I gave you a
There you
huge
go.
break. I gave you a huge break between BTK and what we're talking about right now. There was a huge break for you to mentally recover.
No.
You're like,
That
how
was
do you
bad.
even mentally
That
recover?
was bad. No, that wasn't a bad case. It's just that's one of those where it's like there's no answer because you guys all fucked up.
Yeah.
Like there's so much you can go do. Like it's always he said she said with all
Bullshit.
these. Well,
Talking that shit.
but it's actually
End up
all
with the
he
fat
said. He said because she died, and
Well, she said stuff too, but it was, but yeah.
I'm the bad guy. Okay, but like I want to hear the Sasha Baron Cohen thing. I want to hear about that. I want to. We're gonna do one. We're gonna get our takes. I know it's a little late, but even before, because even if they do come out, I want to get our takes on the Epstein stuff. We're not gonna go into detail because genuinely, I don't want to fucking know some of that
Yeah.
shit. I'm good.
I'm
I
good.
can
And also, Spotify will take us down if we make another correct prediction.
and the fact that it's happening, it's be interesting because I don't think anything's gonna happen.
Right. Yeah. I don't think they're really gonna do anything.
But we're gonna get into that. That's a whole nother episode. This has been Walking Weird. I'm Tyler.
And I've been Sean. Stay tuned for Ducky Death and Epstein Files. Bye.